Packers week. Vikings versus the Packers. Those no good SOBs. Another watch party, another game, another good time. And I want to say, since this will be the last time I'll be live before Thanksgiving, I just want to give an early happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there, to you and yours. I'm glad that turkey is being called out for what it is, the most overrated piece of Thanksgiving dinner of all time. And turkey be tasting like sandpaper 99% of the time. The other 1% of the time, I ain't gonna lie, that turkey was bomb as hell a couple of years ago in California. This dude made turkey, I think he deep fried it and then smoked it, or just smoked it from the beginning. It was so good, I went back for seconds, thirds. That's the only time I've done that in my life. Other than that, I'll put a piece of turkey on the plate just to be nice to whoever cooked it, and I'll take a bite. But that's about it. Get turkey up out of here, man. We cook steak up in this piece. Ribeye steak. Gosh darn it. Medium rare, of course. But all right, for this game, as always, content is brought to you by Sleeper. Join Sleeper for daily fantasy sports. Get a free $20 entry with no deposit required. And if you do make a deposit, get a 100% match up to $100 for this game. This game is just weird to me because the defense, I think, can do enough to put Jordan Love in tough situations. But we also know that J.J. McCarthy will put himself in tough situations as well. They got Micah Parsons. We got our offensive line. And speaking of the offensive line, Ryan Kelly is active today. The only notable inactive player is Jonathan Grenard, which means Skol Tide! Skol! Dallas Turner having a pretty good sophomore season, I tell you what. But for this game, man, no Josh Jacobs for the Packers. And I would want to go with Aaron Jones / Jordan Mason. But now last week, KOC called a pretty good game offensively. Balance of pass and run. But who knows? I need to see it a couple of more games in a row before I say, okay, well, Jordan Mason should get over half a touchdown, anytime touchdown. So, this may be soft. But I'm going to go with Will Reichert over 1.5 extra points. And then I'm going to go, they don't even have Dallas Turner on here. That's a shame. I'm going to go Jalen Redmond to get a sack in this one. That's what I would do. Anyway. Make a deposit. If you choose, use the promo code RANDY on Sleeper. Terms and conditions do apply. Check out Sleeper today. It's a very winnable game, I would say, for the Vikings. After all, I did say it was a winnable game last week. They ended up losing. They should have won that game, but whatever. We're on to Green Bay. I don't know, man. You know what it is. What I always want to see. J.J. McCarthy, how you looking out there? Clock's a ticket, man. This is what? Maybe the second time the offensive line has been healthy? The second time. All right. That would be interesting. And McCarthy's been, I mean, this offensive line, especially the last couple of games, they've been great. It's up to J-Mac to make those plays. All right, what we got here? Carrot says, my bar is 0 interceptions. Okay. I agree, Skolaholic. Speaking of which, cheers. This game does depend on KOC's play calling. I thought last week, excellent. Just got to keep that same mindset of balance between the run and the pass, and you got a shot. In fact, actually, you may want to go run heavy until McCarthy starts to improve with the minimum pass attempts that you would give him in this scenario. But that's if he does it. Steven, medium rare. That's it, man. We'll have medium rare ribeye, ham, mac and cheese, stuffing, raspberry pie, green beans. I hate turkey so much. It is a waste. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of space. And it's a waste of space, not just in your fridge, but in your belly. Instead of eating some sandpaper turkey, man, I'd rather save that room in my belly for some raspberry pie. Oh, sweet potatoes? Yeah. Hate it. Only one time I've had it and I said, this is the greatest thing I've ever had in my life. I don't know how he did it. Shout out to Tim. Still remember that. But your thoughts going into this one? Run the damn ball, says Cody. Run it. Vikings fan 1233. How do I think JJ is going to play today? Well, I saw the footage that he was walking around on top of Lambeau Field just to, guess, channel his inner 9 alter ego. I have no idea how he'll play today. I think that's been the story of his first year as a starter. You don't know what to expect. Actually, more growing pains, I would say. Incompletions, maybe, hopefully, a lot less of the inaccurate throws where they're just so off target, it's egregious. Hopefully. It's always about progression. An angry Vikings 94. Lord, take the wheel. We got Eidolon on YouTube. I agree when you say we should be focusing more on quarterback development, but what would mark this as a successful season to you? Have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a happy Thanksgiving yourself and your family. That goes to everybody. Shout out for everybody that's going to be on this live stream. Also, worked it out. Originally, this wasn't going to happen, but it is going to happen. Worked it out with the wife. We will be on Christmas. What's that, for the Detroit game? We will be live streaming for the Vikings Christmas game. And that is going to be, I think it's Detroit. It is Detroit. We will be on. Gosh darn it. What would make this a successful season to me? Knowing that going into 2026 that JJ McCarthy has shown enough to say, okay, there's a lot more there. What he's shown the rest of this season, or what he hopefully will show the rest of this season, that you feel good about. All right, because right now, if you had to make a decision right now, obviously this wouldn't be the case. But at season's end, what would make me feel good is to go into 2026 and say, you know what? I think we're going to be okay at quarterback. That's it. That and more progression from Dallas Turner. He's having a pretty good season so far. Even though was that last week? I think it was last week against the last week against the Bears. Or maybe it was the week against the Ravens, where Dallas Turner got the cleanest of sacks that you'll ever see. And they threw a flag roughing the passer. That was BS. I want to feel even better than what I do right now about Dallas Turner. And right now I feel really good about Dallas Turner. Carrot Khan, Randy, taking a break to basketball. How do you feel about Cooper Flagg and the Mavs firing Nico? So, okay. So, once that trade was made, Luka Doncic to the Lakers for pennies on the dollar. Worst trade in sports history. I became a Lakers fan. And the reason why is because, not bandwagoning or whatever, I had been a Mavericks fan for 25 years. 25 years. During the Dirk era, with Nick Van Exel, Michael Finley. I mean, you can go on and on with the list of names. Also went through the crappy parts with Rodrigue Beaubois, the guy from France. But I was a fan for 25 years. And it was built on loyalty. The Mavericks, they're a special franchise, or they were, not anymore. They were a special franchise that was built on loyalty. Dirk, I think, played 21 years. And to go from him, one legend, to instantly, in fact, they played together. One legend to another with Luka Doncic, and you knew that you were set because this franchise is founded off of loyalty. And then Cuban sold the majority share to where he's now a minority owner. Let me tell you something right now. When that news came on about the trade, I just said, you know what? I'm super good. I'm done. I don't try. Nico Harrison, yeah, he got fired, but it doesn't undo all the crap that it has did, all the damage that it caused. I can never trust this ownership again. Like, Nico Harrison is one thing. He needed to be fired. He should have been fired the moment he walked into that office to the new owners and said, all right, I'm thinking about trading Luka Doncic. What? You're fired. Get out. But the fact that they all went down with it and Mark Cuban sold it to non-basketball fans, and, oh, well, we got the first pick overall. Yeah, because Cooper Flagg is definitely going to be better than Luka Doncic. Like, nah, man. That loyalty that they built over the years with all the fans, it's gone. It will never be the same again. So, to answer your question, how do I feel about Cooper Flagg? Respectfully, I don't care. I see that he's going through rookie struggles, and I feel bad for him. I feel bad for Kyrie, Gafford, Lively, Klay Thompson. I feel bad for everybody, the players. But I don't feel bad for leadership at all. But the Mavericks, they aren't my problem. I'm a Lakers fan now. Wherever Luka goes, I go. All right, rants over. Out of all the shoes in your collection, an angry Viking 94 says, out of all the shoes in your collection, which one is your favorite? And happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. That is a that is a really good question. I would say, man, so I like those LeBrons right there. But I would say my favorite are I don't know if you remember the Martin show in the 90s. LeBron has a pair of Martin themed shoes. In fact, I mean, what time is it? Oh, we should be kicking off. Remind me. I'll put it on camera. I would say right now those are my favorite. And it has the Vikings colors. It's purple, gold, a little red in there. My bad. I'm the man. Whoa, whoa, oh. How many sacks will Parsons have? Well, if he goes up against Brian O'Neill, that's going to be a wee bit tough. He'll probably get one, I'll say. I think Dallas Turner will get a sack. He's been improving. So the game is about to start. Packers will kick it off. Let's see. You know what? Let's get ready for it, folks. Miles Price is going to have a big return, and a flag will come out. No, not even. Okay, they're going to take the touchback. And that wasn't even Miles Price who fielded it. That was Ty Felton. Kevin, happy game day. Happy early Thanksgiving. Since the next time that I'll be live will be after Thanksgiving. So first down, I expect a handoff here. You got J-Mac under center, Hawkinson in motion, Aaron Jones is the tailback. And they indeed hand it off to 33. He gets about 4 yards. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. Never mind. We're good. I was thinking of that the offensive line, that something was off, but no, you got Christian Darrisaw, Donovan Jackson, Ryan Kelly, Will Fries, and Brian O'Neill. So no need for, as Aaron Jones gets past the 50. Nice. Already in Green Bay territory. You know what? Show off, Aaron Jones, in your revenge game. Oh, yeah. So that means with the offensive line healthy for the first time in a minute, that means Blake Brandel ain't playing. He's not starting anyway. Play action. Nice zip across the middle to Justin Jefferson. I like the fact that you're getting 18 involved early. That's going to be another first down. Decisive throw. Bam. Do they still have Kayshawn Nixon? That was a nice pass. Ball snaps. He got pressure and then threw it backwards. It went out of bounds, but intended receiver, so no intentional grounding. Where I think it came from the left side. Oh, damn. Christian Darrisaw versus Michael Parsons. Parsons already making an impact against Darrisaw too. What is happening? So 2nd and 10. You got trips left in shotgun. Quick pat. I hate these plays. I hate these plays. I would love to know. So just for those that aren't watching the game, that was a quick out pass to Jordan Addison. And you were supposed to have blockers like TJ Hawkinson couldn't get there. Jalen Naylor could barely get there. Incomplete. I hate these passes. I would love to know the amount of times they've tried to run similar plays like that and the end results, like total. I don't know if they've gotten a first down off of it. 3rd and 10, you got pressure left, and that's gonna end that drive. So, I guess the one good thing that you got from J.J. McCarthy there was that one pass to Justin Jefferson. I don't like that they abandoned the run. Damn, man. I don't like that. I really don't like that. But here we are, Will Reichert. All right. Oh, wait, no, I said two. I said 2 extra points. That's a field goal. No. I mean, it's good if you're a Vikings fan, Vikings player, anyone in the organization. But wow, man, first drive. Come on, man, KOC. I don't want to go down this road anymore. I'm tired, man. All right, let's see the actual. I'll update the score in just a second. So you got run, pass, incomplete, field goal. Just completely abandoned the run. Man. He gets that one good pass off to Justin Jefferson, and then you just go pass, defense. And then that stupid play on the outside that they love to go to. The fact is, the outside playmakers that are supposed to be blockers for the receiver on those plays, they can't block. And they can't even get out in space quick enough to make the blocks. Those plays almost always fail. You know what? I'm going to step it up. They always fail. Like, stop doing that, man. All right. Score change. I do trust this defense to get some pressure on Jordan Love. Plus, he's been struggling. But we'll see. Steve, 10-10. Pass. KOC success. You know, I really had a lot of hope after last week's game, even in a loss, that the way KOC performed in his play calling, I thought maybe that, all right, we're about to turn things around, man. Like, I can see it. And first drive out the gate, he's back to who he is. It's funny, I pre-recorded a skit last week before the Bears game, kickoff, Will Reichert. Fielded at the 5. Gets past the 20, 25, 30. Oh, not even. I think that was Tyler Batty. Gets him at the 29-yard line. And out comes the Packers offense. Yeah, I did most of the pre-recording on this skit, focused on the head coach. But because of last week's game, I was like, all right, I may have to throw this skit in the trash because that KLC is gone. There's a new sheriff in town. If JJ McCarthy has an alter ego 9, KLC has an alter ego. What it would be named, I'm not sure. Hand off to not Josh Jacobs because he's out for the game, and that's a no gain. But I tell you what, man, if KLC is back, I guess we're going to have to put that skit back into the rotation. Jordan Love throws it over the middle, dump off to the... I need to know this running back's name. I need to get familiar with it. Oh, that's right. Wilson. But what's his... Oh, Emmanuel Wilson. Okay. Yes. 3rd and 3. Not having Josh Jacobs is a big deal. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if the Vikings end up pulling off this upset. May have got offsides, but there's no flag. And it doesn't matter anyway. Christian Watson with the play. Byron Murphy Jr. with the catch and first down. Byron Murphy. Christian Watson with the catch. Good Lord. How much is this? Like 9.5%? Christian Watson with the catch. Gets out of bounds. Coverage by Byron Murphy Jr. Ugh. 1st and 10, 49. Packers side. Handoff. Emmanuel Wilson gets out to the edge for about 5 yards on that play. 2nd and mid. Yeah, wow. Glad I didn't throw that foul in the trash, man. Gonna have to bring that skip back. Passes it deep. Josh Metellus. There's a flag on the play. He was really close. I feel like, even though I didn't see it because the opposite angle didn't show it, I feel like he was in stride perfectly to where he had to hold his hand. And I mean, they're both technically fighting for it, like hand position, but you know how the refs are. You know what it is. Under center, so they're now at the 23-yard line, approaching the red zone. Toss to Emmanuel Wilson, gets inside the 20. They'll mark him at the 19-yard line. Second and 6. In shotgun. Ball snaps. And wow. Pass gets off complete to Wicks. And he gets about 2 yards away from the end zone. Wow. Dontavian Wicks. And still just can't tackle. I mean, I'd love to know the average yards after the carry / yards after reception they give up per game. I would love to know that. They've struggled with tackling as Emmanuel Wilson just goes up the gut. And that's going to be a touchdown for Green Bay. Mm, mm, mm. Not great, Bob. I mean, that's. I mean, Blake Cashman got ran over. LDR was there to try to help, but couldn't get there quite in time. Kick is up. Kick is good. Easy. Just too easy. Yeah, Josh Metellus has really just taken a step back this year. Seven 3 Green Bay. Damn, man. And you know what? Going back to last week, the balance of run and pass, like that's something, albeit in a loss, they should have won that game instead of special teams. You know what happened at the end. But that's the formula with this team. That's the formula to win games and be competitive in all damn near all your games. Make a playoff run. That's the formula. But so far, I mean, in the very first drive, he reverted back to who he is. And in fact, so going back to that first drive, after the, no, not that one. Come on. Where are you? Oh, okay. I bet you this is the case. Okay. So after that big play to Jets, that first drive for 15 yards and a first down, what did we get? KOC just gets really, really excited about pass plays. So JJ gets a nice playoff, a dart to 18. What does KOC follow that up with? Getting the first down? Pass, pass, pass. Defense, defense, defense. Pass, pass, pass. Defense, defense, defense. Man, Jefferson made that catch, and KOC's eyes got as wide as a deer in the headlights. Can he evolve? Hell, speaking of deer in the headlights, can deer ever evolve? They've been around for ever, hundreds and hundreds of years. And you would think at nighttime, if they see a sudden bright light show up, they'd be like, oh, no, 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 no. Hey, kids, wait. No. Ah. Test, test. There we go. Goodness gracious. As the Vikings, they get the kickoff. Miles Price gets around the 28-yard line, I would say. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, deer. They've been around for hundreds of years. You would think seeing a bright light quickly approaching, they'd be like, nah, kids, stand back. This is dangerous. Instead, they're like, oh, this is our chance to cross the street. Deer in the headlights, KOC. Will he ever learn? JJ McCarthy and this offense. Let's see, first down. Let me guess, handoff. Oh, you'll go back to that, will you? Gets about Gets about 3 yards. Aaron Jones. Ryan Kelly is playing showdown. In fact, he should have, from what I understand, the Guardian cap on. Yep, he sure does. 2nd and 7. Dumps it. Could have been a better throw, but the catch is made. Aaron Jones gets about 1 yard from the line to gain. All right. Another moment right here. 3rd and 1. What do you call? Iconic says 3rd and 1. Here comes the pass. I swear, man. Nope, they hand it off, and Aaron Jones. What do you know? Aaron Jones gets a first down. Success. What do you know? So, new set of downs. Oh, that was Jordan Mason, actually. Or maybe they just put Jordan Mason on this snap. But either way, 27's out there. Something happened with the snap. I don't know if it was a bad snap or whatever, but McCarthy had to go down instantly, and that's going to be loss of like 3 yards, actually. Like, what happened there during that exchange? Second and 13. Handoff, Aaron Jones. And he gets about 6, I want to say. It's probably going to be 3rd and 7. Third and 8. Okay. Third and 9. Well, all right, 3rd and 9 for 9. You gonna get 9? Oh, that was weak. I like to see the coverage in the back, so he just dumps it off to TJ Hawkinson underneath, and that's well short of a first down. The announcer said run, pass. 4th and 5, they're going to punt. And, ooh, ball will be spotted at the Packers' 2-yard line. Good job, Ryan Wright. That was perfect placement. And you see what they did? The Packers special teams return right there, or at least how they set up their return. The fake, oh yeah, I'm about to catch this, but it's going to go behind me more than likely for a touchback. All right. This is a chance. This is a big opportunity right here to make a tackle behind the line, possibly get a safety. Wow. So that's 2 drives for the head coach. And let's just say there's a really good chance that skit is going to come out tomorrow. A really good chance. Good. That's a good point. Praise God, man says if that's what the scripted plays look like, I don't know what to say. That was that was totally within his control. That first drive in particular started off so well. So well. And instead of keeping up what's going well, even if in pass plays, like still keep it balanced with the pass and the run. But then one of those pass plays, he ended up throwing it to that routine play that they like to do like every other drive where it's a quick pass to the outside and then the inside playmakers are supposed to run out and be blockers for the receiver on the outside. They can never get there. These dudes are slow, especially TJ Hawkinson to get out there and try to be a blocker. But 2-yard line, quick pass, and it's caught. Theo Jackson in coverage. That's a 9-yard play. It's going to be 2nd and 1. I don't even see AVG. Like, I thought AVG was healthy. They run the ball and it gets stuffed. They may have gotten a yard there. Emmanuel Wilson. Jameis Winston with the trickery over there with the Giants versus the Lions. Man, if there's any quarterback in the league, like backup quarterback or beyond in the league, that can pull off a win out of nowhere, like for no reason at all, it's Jameis Winston. A game. After that, well, 3rd and 1, handoff. Emmanuel Wilson initially goes inside, bounces out to the left, outside, 1st down. Drive continues. Ball is at the 19. Shotgun. Snap. Quick pass. Batted at the line of scrimmage. And you know what? Was that Eric Wilson? Hell yeah, brother. So they're showing Jalen Redmond. So I'm guessing he got the batted ball. But afterwards, let's see this again. So it was actually both of them. Jalen Redmond, I think, got the bulk of that pass batted down. But Eric Wilson was right there as well, getting his hand up. And somebody, maybe an offensive lineman, tried to tried to out tough Eric Wilson, and instead Eric Wilson threw him to the ground. Pass is incomplete. Isaiah Rodgers in coverage. So that's going to set up 3rd and 10. That was a low pass anyway, but you know what? Luke Musgrave had a chance to make that catch. But Isaiah Rodgers closed in, made the better play overall. 3rd and 10. Okay. You got 3 seconds on the play clock. And Jalen Redmond with the pressure immediately, but it doesn't matter. How do you as a secondary allow that duck to float up and get over you? Pass is complete to Dontavian Wicks. And that's a 1st down. Another one. Oh, so that was Blake Cashman. No one was even in the vicinity of that pass. The closest defender was Blake Cashman. That's pathetic. Wow. New set of downs. Love scrambles right. He could have took off with that himself, but decides to throw it. Comes up incomplete. Second and 10. Wow. Waste of a good play by Isaiah Rodgers to force the 3rd and long. But here we go. 2nd and 10. Handoff. Wilson. Flag on the play. Play is called dead, so it has to be a false start or an illegal shift or an illegal motion. They're going to say false start. And Eric Wilson, man, the play before that where Wicks got the 1st down, Eric Wilson shot up the gut. No sort of blocking whatsoever, free rush, and just couldn't get there in time. And actually, that's what led to what should have been a favorable throw for the Vikings defense, him having to throw a duck up in the air. 2nd and 15, throws a deep left. I think that was intended for Christian Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 15. My God, can you get a stop? Please, for the love. Here we go. You got trips right. No pressure. Oh, and who else? Huh? Who else? Test. Testy. Test. Ah! Test. Oh my God. Oh my God. Test. Come on, man. There we go. Ay. Who else made that play? Who else would have made that play at that moment? I don't know why I'm having technical issues here. It's super annoying for sure. But Dallas Turner made that play. Skol Tide. Skol. What the hell is going on? Man, of all the times I have technical issues, it's right now. Because why wouldn't it be? Man. All right, I'm going to give this a proper acknowledgement. All right, let me know if y'all can hear it. Skol Tide! Skol! All right. That's just so weird. So weird. So it sounded good. Okay. All right. I don't know what love technology. I love that it's working for you guys at least. But I don't know, for some reason, for me on my end, it's being weird. So what happened was on third and long, Dallas Turner got a sack. That was what, third and 15, if I'm not mistaken. I'm telling you, man, this dude, he's ascending for sure. Mm, mm, mm. Rex says now you are having buffering issues. Man. But then Big Ray says it never messed up. All caps. I don't know what's happening. May have to get. Mm, may have to upgrade a couple of things. Play action. McCarthy scrambles right, throws it, passes complete to Jets for about 6 yards. Everybody's saying it's good. Okay. All right. It's mm, okay. Dallas Turner beat two blockers on that play, by the way. Skull tied skull. So are they reviewing this play? Because I'm very confused right now. Appreciate you all for the feedback. Rex says an injury. An injury to who? Second and 3. Under center. Snap, handoff, Jordan Mason, run the ball. First down. First down. No huddle offense. Okay. In shotgun. Jets the motion man. Oh, ran out the first quarter. I was like, what are they doing? All right. Entering the second quarter. Gonna have to check out a few things That's a test. Raise it up. Nope. Okay, there we go. We'll let it go. I'll deal with it after. Love technology. All the advancements, and when it doesn't work, it is so frustrating. We're going to get through this, baby. As far as the distribution between running and passing, it's dead even. 7 apiece. I mean, this drive is certainly helping. Jordan Mason just got the first down. Folks are talking about the Lions. Giants up 10-0 against Detroit. Pittsburgh up 14-7 against Chicago. Colts up 7-3 against the Chiefs. 9 up are the Bengals on the Patriots. 3-all game between Seattle and Tennessee. And then obviously here, 3-7. The NFL is drunk this year. That is a great description of how this season has gone so far. Man, you got the Colts as one of the best teams. Handoff, Mason, what do you know? You run it, good things happen, gets about 5 yards on that play. It's going to make it 2nd and mid. 2nd and 6 to be exact. Second and 6. McCarthy under center. Handoff, Mason. Look at that. Look at that. Jordan Mason gets past the 40 inside the 35-yard line on Green Bay's side. Let's go, man. Come on, man. You know what? Run that Michigan offense that Jim Harbaugh ran. Just do that. Because that's where you can take all the pressure off, most of the pressure off of McCarthy as Jordan Mason rushes again, gets 9 yards. This is what I'm talking about. That's it. Run that Michigan offense. Jordan Mason can be Blake Corum, and McCarthy can be who he was then. Everyone makes the game easier for him, so that way he has less pressure on himself. 2nd and 2. Handoff. Mason, another first down. You know, keep running the ball, man. Oh, Lord. As they are inching closer and closer, they're now in the red zone. If they get into a goal possession, that's where I get afraid. KOC will end up calling some sugar doo-wopping Scooby snacks. Play action. Gets out left. Easy pass for J-Mac. Josh Oliver. It's about a 5-yard gain. There you go. Not every play has to be a highlight reel. Second and 6. Praise God, man says Oliver is so slow. I can't lie. Jordan Mason, no, Aaron Jones got the pitch out right and gets about a yard away from the first down marker. Yes, Josh Oliver is slow. But have you seen TJ Hawkinson this year? Man, you make a Josh Oliver look like a NASCAR. Josh Oliver looked like Ricky Bobby. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Oh my God. Oh my God. What did you just do? What did you just do? And you better not settle for a field goal either. What? You just had to get cute, man. You just had to. Okay. All right. So anyway, for those that aren't watching, they did a QB sneak on 3rd and 1 with TJ Hawkinson. That got stuffed. No gain. 4th and 1, they go for it. Jordan and you know what? All right. Now they make the stop on 4th and 1. It's going to be a turnover on the downs. You know what? That play took away all of the damn momentum. All of it. This dude. Are you kidding me, man? You were moving the ball until you did that dumb shit. Oh my God. Yo, okay, man. As far as being a coach, being a play caller, specifically being a play caller, you can't possibly be this dumb all the damn time. Oh my God. Wow. Everything was going well. Everything. Everything. The hell is wrong with this man? Ain't no way. You've been the head coach. You've been the play caller for going on 4 years. Ain't no way in hell that you watch all this film in 4 years and said, you know what? I'm doing great. This play call was so awesome. I'm surprised it didn't work. You can't be this dumb. You can't possibly. All right. So turnover on downs. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. Oh yeah, Manuel Wilson. He must have got a first down. It looks like he got a first down. He did. I can't. I honestly just can't believe what it is we're witnessing in real time. Y'all remember that Brandon Powell push, the tush push, where Brandon Powell was the push man, the smallest man on the team against Cincinnati? That's crazy. Second and 3. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. I just on a Sunday. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Can't take it anymore. That 3rd and 1 sneak by TJ Hawkinson to call that play at that time. Your offense, and Josh Metellus is down right now. He's holding his knee in pain. So they're going to likely take a commercial break here. Injury timeout. I can't believe he did that. That took the win out of the sails of that last drive. It just it ruined everything. And then all of a sudden, what should have been an easy 3rd and 1 conversion to, man, possibly make it 1st and goal, maybe just a bit outside. Instead of doing that, it put all the pressure on the players on 4th and 1. Like, yo, this dude, and you got no points out of it. This dude fucking sucks. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. He fucking sucks, dude. Media can kiss his ass all they want to. That's crazy. Mm, mm, mm. He really did that. Wow. So that's 3 drives. Well, at least one of them you got 3 points out of it, but that's really 3 drives where you potentially killed the offense. Possibly could be up 21-7, but even fine, we'll take the 3 points. You killed 2 drives. Undisputably. Pass, 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 and then you want to get dumb as hell on 3rd and 1. My gosh, you are terrible. As Emmanuel Wilson gets another new set of downs, approaching midfield for the Packers. It is crazy. First and 10. Pitch left. Manuel Wilson can't get past blockers. Gets about 5 or 6. When I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that I do my very best to not allow this head coach to get me fired up, I do everything to avoid it. But he can't help himself, man. He's like, hey, remember me? It's me, KLC. Quick pass to, I'm not sure who, but gets close for a first down. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. Ball already past midfield. New set of downs. Can't tackle. Can't get any penetration at the line of scrimmage. Third and 1, tush push to Hawk. They'll never see that. KOC was just trying to market Hawk for a trade. And you know what I find really entertaining about this? KOC really, really does what he thinks, right? Like, emphasize. He thinks he does a good job of explaining why he does the stuff that he does. With word salad. What dressing you want on that word salad, huh? Thousand Island? This is crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Ball past midfield. It is 1st and 10. Handoff. Manuel Wilson bounces outside, gets a first down. Dog, I don't be trying to do this, man. I, mm, 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 mm. First and 10. Emmanuel Wilson gets tackled behind the line for a yard. Dallas turned on the play along with others. Who could it be? Well, if there's anyone on this team who runs with power and breaks tackles, it is TJ Hawkinson. Well said. You got 2nd and 10. Ball snaps. Love. Wide open. Oh, is that no. Romeo Doubs. I'm like, which one of the Packers wears the Guardian cap? Romeo Doubs. First down, by the way. Drive continues. If anyone wants to make a stop, that'd be great. But then again, I'm not putting anything on this defense. Not at all. You got to keep continually asking Brian Flores and the defense to save my dumbass play calling. That's wild, man. So now we're in the red zone. Packers are in the red zone. Ball snaps, quick pass right. Romeo Doubs, back-to-back plays. Oliver is active today, Ryan Nader. He made a play in that last drive before KOC went and effed it all up. Jordan Love throws it right after scrambling. That's going to be incomplete. Draw up 4th and 5. And somehow you're about to be down only by 7 points after all this. Okay, okie dokie. I'm so sick of this dude, man. I really am. Flag on the play. For what? I have no idea. Hey, hey, hey. So what happened? Oh my God, did they have 12 men on the field? No, they're showing 11. I don't. What happened? So we had 11 men on the field. Ivan Pace Jr. running off the field. For what reason, I have no idea. So is that a new set of downs for the Packers? With 2:26 left to go? Yeah, there's 11 guys on the field. And then Pace, I'm only guessing Pace ran off because Matt Daniels told him to run off. Yo, this leadership, this is a poorly coached team. Poorly coached all around. Kick is up. Kick is good. I don't know what just happened. Anyway, update score. Vikings now down by just a touchdown. That's amazing. Well then. Mm, mm, mm. Special teams coordinator needs to be fired. And I'm just gonna say it. KOC needs to be fired. Like, I'm over it. I've tried. I've tried. As long as I possibly could. Quasi needs to be fired. Everybody. Yeah, it appears that way, Electric, that he wasted a timeout for nothing. Crazy. Shorts Rant says, you all fans are haters. Well, listen, man. Those that want to glaze KOC through all the dumbass stuff he does, by all means, it's a free country. Have a great time. KOC is the popular kid in school, the teacher put in charge of the group project, and Flores. Oh, of the group project, and Flores is the unfortunate nerd who has to do all of it. Yeah, that about sums it up, I would say. So yeah, timeout wasted for no reason. I mean, there's just too much stuff that's happening, and we're still in the first half. Ty Felton gets past the 20, 25, about the 27-yard line. That's crazy, man. Mm. All right. Five for eight. J Mac. Need something this drive. Pitch right to Aaron Jones. And he gets about 8 yards there. Pitch right and run. B-Flow ain't no effing nerd. Does the Vikings going less than 500 wipe out winning 14 games last year with KOC for you? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I understand you have a first year starting quarterback. I get that. But quite honestly, this has been the same guy. KOC has been the exact same play caller that he has been ever since he has arrived in 2022. It's just that with Kirk Cousins, you could get away with a lot of shit. The dumb plays he called, man, Kirk Cousins, especially during, well, really only during the regular season, you can get away with it. But when you have to grind out wins through coaching with a quarterback who's learning, and it's not even, you lose games, whatever, but don't lose games because you do dumbass shit on your own to lose games. And then got the nerve to get up to the podium as well. We got to look at the film. We just got to work on some mechanical things and do this. How about give the play calls to somebody else? You moron! Every they've accomplished, everything, was in spite of KOC. I don't care. I said what I said. And Sam Darnold turned out to be not a fluke. I mean, hell, he can turn veteran quarterbacks into good quarterbacks, but no. I don't care. But let's see what he does here. mm, mm, mm. Second and 2. Judy? Santa Claus? No, thank you. Judy? Handoff. Jones does enough to get the first down. This man. Third and 1. Handoff. Oh, they didn't give that a first down last play? Well, he got a first down just now. Whatever. No one in the coaching staff will dare stand up and question anything KOC does. Nobody in the front office will dare stand up and question what Kwesi does. Ball snaps. McCarthy, good protection, throws it. And that's a hell of a throw. That is a hell of a throw. Catch made by Justin Jefferson. First down. You had a little mix up there between him and Naylor to start those routes. But they made it. Why are we letting the clock run? It's 30 seconds now. And he throws it. Well, you don't need to use a timeout after that incomplete. But, man. You call a timeout when you don't need to, and then when you need to. Oh, no, you call a timeout when you don't need to, and then don't call a timeout when you need to. Wow. So the time management, that's the other thing. Forgot about that. I'm so stuck on the play calls. And it's like, oh, time management. JJ McCarthy just stood there forever and took a sack. He had good protection. Man. That's twice now. What, back-to-back drives where you could have scored at least 3 each drive. But now you're out of field goal range. It is, what, 3rd and forever? That's not on the offensive line. That's not. It really isn't. Third and 17. Snap. Gonna have to launch it. And instead he dumps it. Aaron Jones gets to the 41-yard line. Yeah, I'm going to have to fix this, man, at some point. And you know what? We'll run with it the way it is. As long as this sounds good to you guys, that's all that matters. Yeah, I mean, what happened? I'm not going to be too hard on J Mac, but it's like, damn, man, you want to be nine and do all this stuff? Why not? You know where you need to go. Or maybe KOC just say, hey, let's take the short yardage so we can go for a however long field goal attempt. Oh, boy. That's definitely. Mm, this is a. How far is this? 59 yards in Lambeau Field. Okay. Kick is up. Kick is good. 4-point game. Hey, hey, hey. Okay. Score update. That was a sick field goal, though. Lambeau Field, cold as hell. 59 yards. Well done. Ten seconds left in the half. Uh, oh, Australian Scolger, was that to me? Do you have trolls in this chat? Everything seems to be okay. It's maybe it's not trolls. It's just that I'm hearing like some fuzziness in my headphones, and I'm hoping it's not affecting the quality for you guys. The audio output. So no, it's not trolls. It's like there's something dumb just happening with my headphones, or maybe my mixer or something. And that will take us to the second half after halftime. Quality is 100%. You know what? I'm going to just take your word for it. This buzz is just annoying me, but yeah, you know what? Take it off. Take it off. Why do you need it in the first place? Take it off. I appreciate you guys. I mean, someone just asked how many passing yards that McCarthy has. 62, 7 for 11, ran the ball 17 times. So I'll actually take that. I will. As far as that distribution right now, like I was saying earlier, play the Michigan style. The national championship team with Harbaugh. Play that style. Where your running backs are Blake Corum and JJ, you have them throws, or you have them make the throws necessary when it's necessary. But I mean, that TJ Hawkinson sneak was so stupid. Utterly stupid. and it resulted in a turnover on downs. And then there was, I think, that first drive, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was that first drive where, like, running the football very well and then getting the pass off to Jets for a first down, and then pass, had to punt. Then on the Hawkinson sneak, it's like much like the Brandon Powell tush push being the push man against Cincinnati a couple of years ago. I think that was the game where they lost to Jake Browning at Cincinnati. Having TJ Hawkinson be the sneak man who has clearly lost a step, can't break a tackle, can't run that well. You're going to have him be the sneak man on 3rd and 1. You could have just handed the ball off. You don't have to get cute all the time. That's who he is, man. That's who he is, man. This dude sucks. And then there was that, oh my gosh, there was that play. This may have been one of the 3 straight incompletions after the Jets catch to set up first down that first drive. The outside pass to, I think that was Jordan Addison. The quick outside pass, he loves to do that, and it never works. They just showed it right there, actually, with Hawkinson being one of the blockers. Again, not quick enough to get out fast enough to be a blocker in those types of plays. Man. Krim says, blame everyone but the players playing the game. Okay. What should TJ Hawkinson have done on that 3rd and 1 sneak play that set up 4th and 1? Took away all momentum. What should TJ Hawkinson have done differently? Should he have taken an extra protein shake? What should he have done differently on that screenplay to Addison, where he was one of the key blockers on the outside? What should he have done differently? Run faster? He hasn't ran fast all year. Moy says audible. I guarantee you that KOC, and he's laughing too. I guarantee you KOC does not allow for audibles. Not from this guy, from JJ. Man, like, we got back to back. We've had back to back ego head coaches. One's just nicer than the other, but otherwise, they're the same. They're the same. They're the same guy. Mm, mm, mm. As always, we say, thank God for alcohol, man. That's what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving, watching this team with alcohol. Charles says, Randy, all caps. What? Also all caps. Ay, ay, ay. That's this is wild. And it's still just a 4-point game. But I want to say the time of possession comparison, probably not even close. Mm. Oh, Jiminy Jillikers. Actually, it is pretty close. The Packers have had possession of the football for almost 16 minutes, and the Vikings have had it for 14 minutes. They've definitely had, especially on that Emmanuel Wilson touchdown run, they've been draining some clock. First downs are pretty even. The Packers should be up much bigger than what they are right now, but bend but don't break defense. You've got 6 rushing first downs to 2 passing first downs. You run the ball, good things happen. Third down efficiency. I mean, last time I checked, they were 31st in that department. They have to be last now, or if not, still second to last. Third down efficiency in this game, 2 for 6. The Packers, 5 for 7. $86 rushing yards to the Packers 56. Like this shouldn't be difficult, man. And so, who gets the ball to start the second half? That is, the Packers. No, wait. Yeah. The Packers get the ball. So once again, we're going to have to rely on the defense to try and save the offense. Every single game, this is the case. As far as McCarthy, I mean, he's been all right, I guess. He's managing the game, if nothing else. I think that's a fair evaluation. But I guess the one thing that's still an issue clearly is him holding on to the ball for too long, because I mean the offensive line has been good. They followed last week's up game with another good game in this one so far. We still got a second half to go. But holding on to the ball for too long. He's been managing. Not really much beyond that, much more beyond that. Lego says, all right, he's the reason we have 0 touchdowns, bud. Well, the reason we have 0 touchdowns is because of KLC trying to have TJ Hawkinson, who is like right now, like probably the worst athlete on the roster, having him be the sneak guy and pissing away a possession. And then on 4th down, what was that? Was this it? Yeah, and then on 4th and 1, after the momentum went away, you tried to run it. You should have just ran the ball with Jordan Mason, but you did it after the fact. And it's just the timing of it all. Just so terrible. But also, J.J. McCarthy isn't lighting anybody up at the same time. Like, I'll give you that. But I'm looking at the head coach, and then there's like a half-mile gap, and then I'll look at the quarterback. Gene, I appreciate you with the super sticker. Well, Blake, I am going to be doing a live stream on Christmas. I announced that earlier. I wasn't planning on doing it to start the year once I saw the schedule come out. But I'm like, you know what? This is these live stream watch parties are really important to me. Like for all of us to be in one place watching a game together. It's I don't know. But my wife and I worked it out. So we're going to do it. We'll be here. Handoff. And the Packers get about 3 or 4 yards. And quick pass, wow, to Emmanuel Wilson. He just straight up broke a defender's ankles right there. Gets a first down. Was that Blake Cashman? That was tough. Play action. Jordan Love, he takes off. Gets about 14 yards on that run. Zara says Blake Glassman. Damn. He has not been great today. That's for sure. Oh, Jalen Redmond. But you know what? Out in the open field like that, and even behind chasing Jordan Love down, the quarterback's going to win that battle every single time. And they hand it off to Wilson. That's going to be a loss of about 2 yards. It's going to set up 2nd and 12. Officially 2nd and 11. At the 44 snap. Pressure, pressure. Oh, but he gets the pass off. Come on, AVG, you're right there. And okay, still going to be a loss. Could have been a loss for a lot more than that. So that's going to be a loss of about 2 or 3. But man, had a huge opportunity there. How are the Bears leading this division right now? That's crazy. All equal games, by the way. All the entire North has played 10 games so far. Jordan Love throws it to the butt cheek of the field. Gene, I appreciate you. Master, give me your opinion. Jefferson and Addison, weapons all over, only 6 points. Coaching our players. You know, it's so part of it is because you do have a first year starting quarterback, just to be fair, but like the other half of it is just bad play calling, particularly in the red zone and in goal possessions, where the head coach can't help himself but do something stupid, taking them away from where they originally were. There's a fumble on the return. Yo, special teams, man. If you... There's a fumble at the 5-yard line. And they're trying to get to the bottom of the pile. Recovered by Green Bay at the Vikings 5. That's pathetic. That's pathetic. Matt Daniels needs to be fired today. Wow. And I don't. Let me see that replay again. Oh, there was, I don't know, man. Like you had a face mask there that wasn't called, but also, oh my God, I can't. First and goal for Green Bay. Manuel Wilson gets the handoff, gets about half a yard short of the end zone. Wow. So here we go, second and goal, a half yard away. You know they're going to run it. They're going to run it. And they do run it. Looks like that was a touchdown to me. Yep. That's what they're going to call it. Mm, mm, mm. Wow. This team is an utter disaster. Once again, I appreciate you, Gene. Thank you for that. About to change the score here after watching the extra point attempt. Wow. Someone nearly had a chance to get a block. But kick is up. Kick is good. 17-6 game. Mm, mm, mm. I'm thankful for alcohol, watching this team play football. Yay. All right, man. Yeah, Matt Daniels needs to be fired today. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. All right. Down 11 points. Crazy. I don't know what to say. I really don't. Hey, hey, hey. I don't know when this organization will turn the corner. Like I heard great things about the Purple People Eaters era. I wish we could get something like that again. I remember the Pat Williams, Kevin Williams wall. That was something. But, you got your spurts, but nothing really consistent. As the offense, they are going to start this drive here. Oh, baby. First and 10. JJ takes a sack. Christian Darrisaw gives up the sack. Is that two for Micah Parsons? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is a tough watch, man. So that's going to be like second and forever. They officially say second and 17. Ball snaps. McCarthy throws it. Quick pass. Hawkinson. He makes the catch for about 5. Exactly 5. It's going to set up third and 12. You got it. Don't settle for the check down. Throw it. Throw it. Well, chucked it off to Hawk for a 5-yard gain. It's fourth down. Who wants to see some more punts? Ryan Wright. Hey, this is the Ryan Wright Will Reichert game. And oh, Ryan Wright. That's gonna start Green Bay at their own 7. Cause you're everywhere to me. When it's effed up plays, it's KOC. Wow. I would say disappointing, but at this point, this is what I've come to expect. Week in, week out. Luke says I'm too hard on KOC as a quarterback whisperer. Yeah, it's I mean, what else is there more to say, really? You know, see a couple of people mentioning Brosmer. You know, that's never gonna happen. Like unless an injury happens to J Mac, he's gonna play out every single snap the rest of the way. Randy was at loose 4 words. What does that mean? All right. Ball is at the 8-yard line for Green Bay. On Green Bay's side. Handoff. And Packers get about 5 yards on that run. I'm not saying Miles Price should get a pass. Like, should have called the fair catch. But special teams all season long has been an issue. Now, most of that isn't on special teams. A lot of that has been good returns and just bad officiating. But last week's game, special teams cost the Vikings a win. And yes, he should have called the fair catch, but you know what? The fact that he didn't doesn't mean that it's all on Miles Price. Like, apparently Matt Daniels isn't doing a good enough coaching job on getting these return men to get to know when to call the fair catch. So 3rd and 5. Timeout. Green Bay. People, I've noticed that Hitman has fallen way off. Like this has to be his last year. Like this is it. Um, I mean, this is he can get his farewell tour going on and everything, but yeah, his play has significantly declined. And he's been in the league forever. Like, you knew this day was going to come at some point. Third and 5. At Packers own 13-yard line, ball snaps, looks left, throws it quick, and that was just unacceptable of a play. That play call, whatever that, just backing up into the zone, man, and like the nearest defender, I think that was Isaiah Rodgers. The man Jordan Love just threw a floater up in the air. And that was easily caught. That play was easily made on 3rd and 5. Like, whatever. Run this zone defense into oblivion. I don't care. Yeah. We got to look at the tape, all right. Got to look at the film. Play action. Jordan Love gets about 4 yards. Metellus is hurt again. I'm actually surprised he came back into the game. Okay. But he is shaking too. He's holding his left wrist. Oh, wow. Did he get did he get hurt off of the juke move or the slow semi juke move by Jordan Love? Tough. 2nd and 7. And Emmanuel Wilson gets a yard shy. So literally, I mean, this whole team is bumming it right now. It's just. Mm. 3rd and 1. They're in shotgun. What you think they're going to do? Run the ball. And they did. And Eric Wilson stepped up to make a huge play. Huge. Oh my gosh. Shot through the open gap. Bam. Ray Lewis would be proud of that play. So, all right. This should set up for a punt. Eric Wilson has been great. I mean, there's a few individual players that you can say these guys are balling. I would say Redmond, Dallas Turner. He's a level below balling, but he's getting there slowly but surely. And Eric Wilson, man. That was a great play. So Vikings get the ball back. They get a stop. And I'm proud of him too, because Ivan Pace has fallen off, but Who steps up? Ready for the call? Eric Wilson. Do 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 do. Carrot Khan, Randy, how many games are you giving JJ to develop? I personally would give him through 2026, but I think the team is likely to give him through 2027, where they have to make a decision because that's when his rookie contract is up. But I would give him through next year because, quite honestly, I feel like you don't need, especially if he looks the same, you don't need more than 2 years of him watching him play football to really have an idea. But I think, honestly, like 2027 is when the rubber hits the road, man. One way or another. Oh no. Oh no. Skylar Mummer says, oh no. Let's get this back. Skylar Mummer says, I'm an Iowa fan. This offense is worse than Iowa's. No. Say it ain't so. Ah. It's hard to argue against that. No. Oh, wow. Mm. Not wrong. Oh, speaking of which, hand the ball off to Aaron Jones. He is tackled behind the line. That's going to be a loss of 1. Second and 11. Play action. Christian Darrisaw has just given up his second sack, maybe his third sack of the game. Quite honestly, it's hard to keep up with at this point. This is an awful performance for 71. So, um, no, this is embarrassing. Um, no one's playing. No phase of this team is playing particularly well. I guess the defense is playing the best, but that's not saying much. And JJ McCarthy, he may have gotten away with a safety there, but 3 and out, 4th down. Wow. This team is a waste of time, man. Like, every week is the same thing. Our star left tackle looks like ass. Quarterback play, well, you know what that is. Really sad. Really, really sad. I'm gonna watch this team on Christmas. Christmas, we have to watch them. Like there's so many layers to this. Special teams, offense can't do anything. Play calling's been butt cheeks. Defense has been whatever. We're now at the point where it's just individual players. You just say, okay, well, at least this player is playing well or playing okay, playing good. That's all we got. That's all we got. They're a laughing stock, and they should be. Gary Cole, quoting KOC, organizations ruin young quarterbacks before young quarterbacks ruin organizations. So, are they going to stand on that? Probably not. Your boy Casey says Drew Brees says young quarterbacks need 50 starts to know. Uh, I mean, well, if you count this season as Emmanuel Wilson, and nobody can tackle, like that's the thing. He just ran for like 13 yards on 1st and 10. His team is weak. His team is soft. His team is a waste of time. But going back to McCarthy, not going to get a rise out of me. I tell you what. So what do you say? Drew Brees 50 starts to no? Well, so far he's playing in his 6th game. And then after that, whoa. Handoff, Emmanuel Wilson gets about 6 yards on that run. So McCarthy is playing right now his 6th game. Okay. There's 6 more games to go. And let me just double check that if my math is right. They should have 6 more games to go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay. So that would put him at 12. If he can stay healthy next year, that puts him at 29. And then 2027, as Emmanuel Wilson gets, if you have Emmanuel Wilson on your fantasy team, congratulations. You are kicking all sorts of ass. So 12 for this year, 17 for next year. So that would put him at 29. And then 36 through 2027, which is what I'm guessing is the plan here. You know, that's close enough. That's close enough. Because then we have to factor in the fact that he does have durability issues. Missed all of his first season. Missed a chunk of games due to injury this season. And you can only go but so many times using that as a buffer to say, well, we want to get him to the 50 game mark. He'll be shy of 50 through 2027, but I'm good with that. I really am. When's the next time they play at home? Oh, you know what? Thank goodness they don't play at home next week. They play at Seattle. Then they go home to play the Commanders. Two more road games after that, and then you close the season out with two home games, one against Detroit and one against the Packers. Hmm. And I'm in those last two games, man. You see how pissed off fans are at home games now? McCarthy has yet to win at US Bank Stadium. I mean, will he get one there? He beat Detroit on the road. Okay, but I don't know. This team is simply a waste of time. Um, to do all this work and to proclaim that you do all this work, and we look at all the little things that we can improve on mechanically, and we have to find a way to work together as a team and make the right decisions, improve our decision making, and doing all this stuff. You come out here and look like this. You are the worst team in football. The worst. The absolute worst. Mm. The Minnesota Vikings are like Taco Bell. I know some folks out there like Taco Bell. I'm not really a fan of it. But it's like, in my case, I know it's bad. It's awful. But in my case, the rare time, it's like when I'm stressed out and I'm going through it, whether it's like trying to clean up a large part of the house or whatever. When I'm like stressed out to the max, I go to Taco Bell. Not because it's good, but because I know I'm going to hate myself after the fact. Be in the bathroom for 6 hours. Like, why did I do this to myself? That's the Vikings. They are the worst. I'm telling you, I haven't done that in probably a year and a half, 2 years. But once in a while, man, it's like I can't take it. The world is just too much. I gotta go to Taco Bell. And then I'm in the drive-through line. They're like, "What you want?" As the Packers hand the ball off Emmanuel Wilson for no gain on 3rd and 3. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it. I'll be in the drive-through, damn near in tears, because I'm like, I know, I'm gonna hate this, but for the split 20 seconds I'm chewing it, it's like, I can focus on something else. And then I suddenly remember, oh, that's right, I'm eating Taco Bell. That's the Vikings. Here's how they can get better and improve and suddenly become the team we expected them to be. They're never going to be that. They're never going to be that. Not with this leadership, not with this coaching staff, not with that front office. Hell, maybe not even with this ownership group. Maybe they need to sell the team, but we can't tell them to fire themselves. Oh yeah, kick is up. Kick is good for Green Bay. So what we got? 20-6. All right. Update the score. I see a couple of folks mentioning spammers. Where are the spammers? Ah, yes, I see one. Any more? I think they're all gone. Lawrence says your digestive system is just as weak as the Vikings. Taco Bell is the GOAT. You know what? To each their own. Webb says I only came here to not suffer alone. Never gotta suffer alone watching this team. Brian says next year is our year, as we say every year. Well, let's see how much time we got left. Oh, yeah. Just over 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You're down 2 possessions. So you're going to have to do something. Are we going to see 9 in that fourth quarter comeback? Miles Price. Oh, they did a lot of work to start the offense at the 20. Jane says, put in Brosmer. Put in Brosmer. Now, believe me, if it were up to me, I would have put in Brosmer during Wentz when he was falling apart and dealing with injuries. That's another thing too. That was roster management mishap by the head coach. Having Carson Wentz play out there as injured as he was, Micah Parsons gets to Jordan Mason first, and he gets tackled for about a 2-yard loss. I would have put Max Brosmer in when Wentz was playing. But, don't want to threaten. Don't want to threaten JJ Mack's confidence. Appreciate you, Gene. Second and 12. False start. Christian Darrisaw. This is the worst game of his career. Hey. At least 2 sacks given up. A false start. Second and 17. Ball snaps, throws it. Adam Thielen drops it. Mm. 3rd and 17. Call your shoo-wop offense. KOC, now's the time to do it. Don't dump it off either. Don't dump it off. Almost got sacked again, and that's going to be, woof. Yeah. This game, this team is trash, bro. This team is ass. Y'all shouldn't even show up to training camp next year. Y'all don't need mini camp. What the fuck were y'all doing in mini camp? Nah, don't even do this shit anymore, man. Is there a way to forfeit a season? And there's nothing to it. There's nothing to break down. Gets past the 40 of the Vikings. Romeo Dobbs. There's nothing to break down. It's very simple. This team sucks. Everything about this team. Except Dallas Turner. Except Eric Wilson. Except a couple of other players. And that's it. You got a few good players. And that's it. Shitty coaching staff. Shitty front office. This team is butt ass. But yes. And it's not about we got to change this, we got to change that. Y'all need to look within your damn selves. That leadership. All of them. This is the worst team in football. Despite having one of the most talented rosters in football. How could you screw this shit up? Yeah, I saw that, Travis. Thielen dropped the ball and then smiled it off. Like, oh, that's crazy. Are you kidding me? Look for the bare necessities. That's why a bear can rest at ease with just the bare necessities of life. Yeah, man! This team probably watches Free Willy instead of practicing during the week. Kid eating some cake with ketchup on it. And then they all get emotional when Willie jumps over that little piece of land. Yeah! That's what this team does. Everybody else practice football. This team? One of the most talented rosters in football. And you are the worst team. The worst. I don't care what the record says. It's going to say 4-7. But I don't care. Who else? What other teams have worse records? It doesn't matter. They're better than the Vikings. Packers been struggling this year. They don't have Josh Jacobs. But against the Vikings, Anything's possible. Last year, I made a post on Reddit that we need a new OC to call plays for KLC, and I got crucified. Me too. Me too. Vegas Vike. I brought this up close to 3 years ago. And everybody that was swearing up and down because he swayed most of this market with his words. He's a hell of a salesman that can't deliver. I brought it up close to 3 years ago, bro. I saw right through that fake ass shit. You don't know what you're talking about. You're an idiot. You're negative Nancy. KOC is the perfect. He's the best thing since sliced bread. 6'7". KOC is so great. 6'7". Yeah, all right. About to end up 4-7. Third and 3. Who cares? The Packers are killing the Vikings right now. More of your thoughts. Been a fan of this team since 2012, and ever since they've shown no heart or pride. I'm 22 years old. Oh boy, you're 22? Save yourself while you still can. He says, F this. Fire everyone. 9 of 14, 71 yards, 5 sacks. J.J. McCarthy. Tell you what, man. Even if he was playing well, this team is not a quarterback away from anything. Australian, that's a good question. Has Jordan, I don't remember mentioning Jordan Addison's name today. He has 1 target for no catches, 0 yards. 1 target. Jefferson has 4 targets for 41 yards. Like, Luke, I appreciate you. Thanks for that super chat. Wow. C-Vang says, love you, Randy. Keep up the great work. I woke up at 5 a.m. local time, Sydney, Australia, just to watch this crap. Hey, you know what? That means a lot, man. That lets it, that stuff like that just reconfirms how strong, how tight-knit of a community this is. That there could be so many other things that we could be doing right now. But even though the Vikings are Vikining it up, are we still here? Because it is fun. Like, win or lose, like, it is fun. Going back and forth with each other and all of that stuff. So I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Thank you to everybody that's here. But no, this team sucks, man. And that's the reality. One thing I will never do, despite all the name calling and all that stuff that I've seen directed towards me, I'm going to be authentic, and I'm not going to cheat you out of that. I have too much respect for, I'm assuming most of you are grown adults. The majority of you, grown adults. I'm not going to disrespect any of you when it comes to analyzing the Minnesota Vikings. I'm not. So those that have stuck with this community, we appreciate you. Oh, do I gotta update the score? Oh yeah, okay, whatever. 23-6. Luke, we haven't had a legitimate interior defensive line presence since Linval and Sharif Floyd. And Metellus needs to go. Well, yeah, I mean, as far as you got Jalen Redmond as a good starter, no one else after that to really help him out. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of turnover. You better believe it. Like Hargrave and Allen, like you every game I forget that they're here, that they're on this team. Technically, I'm guessing they're on the field. They weren't inactive. None of them dealing with anything serious, no sort of injury. Last time I checked, those were the supposedly the big signings, and JJ McCarthy just threw an interception. They just threw a pick. Yeah, post game vid. This isn't going to be one of these breakdowns and go through the stat sheet. This is just going to be from the heart. Um, and again, going back to how much I appreciate you guys for allowing me to be me, is that like I would love to know how any of the I don't know, everything's great, everything's going well, content creators, how they will spin this. I would love to know. Like if I did that, that would be disrespectful. Ah, yes, the score, the score, the score. There we go. Yep, go ahead. Look at the Microsoft Surface there, 9. See what you need to work on for the next drive. Handoff. And they get about a yard or two, Packers. I think I saw somebody say the only good thing Australia has is what, dancing and something else. Man, they got Bluey. That show is everything. If you're a parent, man, and you're not watching Bluey with your kids, you are missing out. I'd like to go to Australia at some point. Lee. It's time to mock. It's time to mock. Somebody said KOC on the Barbie. Oh man. T-Fole says, why not Brosmer now? Well, good, because JJ McCarthy needs reps. He needs more reps, I guess. Let's see. Dallas Turner almost got a sack. Almost got an interception, too. But Van Ginkel, all just off the fingertips. Fourth and 9. Oh, they're punting it? Hey, go for it. Why not? They're going to punt it. Get it to the 6-yard line. Minnesota will start from their own 7-yard line, they're going to say. Okay. Ooh. All right. Here comes 9. Second and 2. Throws it to Aaron Jones to the side. They get a first down. First and 10. JJ holding on to the ball forever. Has to break out left. And he took a shot there. Sure did. He got the first down. Four and a half left to go in this game. Mm, mm, mm. Something I've learned about doing this channel is that, man, I never really knew how much the truth would hurt. But it's like, I've learned. Because when talking about the Vikings and what they have been, what they've done, as JJ McCarthy throws his second interception, it's wild, man. People will defend the Vikings better than the Vikings will defend themselves. That is dedication. You're doing the skull chant. I mean, you're a laughing stock. You're. This team is ass, man. It really is. Mm, mm, mm. Jefferson's pissed. Thielen's smiling after dropping a pass. .330 and counting. I mean, you might as well play. Might as well play the Seinfeld music in the background while the Vikings play. I don't know. That skit may have to wait because this is more than KOC. This is just an all around piss poor team. Stop crying about Darnold choked in our big games. That's true. I for the record, I have not. And look at that, another example of missed tackles. Just got dragged for another first down. It takes like 5-6 dudes to bring down one player. For the record, I was always pro let Sam Darnold go. Like I knew like that was not the right answer for this team. But then again, who is the right answer for this team? And it's not a player. It's not. This team needs to really dig deep within themselves to figure their shit out. It's more than just a roster thing. And you have one of the best rosters in the league, and you still look like this. It is what it is, man. And so, let's see. KOC's a fraud. Quasi's a fraud. Front office is a fraud. Matt Daniels needs to be fired. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, this is the 2025 Minnesota Vikings, folks. Hank Hill, do we see Brosmer now? Nope. You know we're not. You know we're not. Emmett says JJ McNoway. Yeah, this is just Floor guy says all caps, Randy, who isn't a fraud? That's a good question. Eric Wilson. He's not a fraud. Dallas Turner's not a fraud. Donovan Jackson. I think he'll turn out to be not a fraud. Jets, he's not a fraud. Mason's not. Will Reichert, he's not. Vegas Spike, it was all downhill when they hired Grigson. Dude ruined the Colts. He did ruin the Colts. He ruined Andrew Luck by putting a piss poor effort into the offensive line. They looked at Jim Harbaugh and said no thanks. Then they looked at Ryan Grigson for the front office and said, oh my God, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Play action. Oh, we got Malik Willis out in this piece. We got Malik Willis What? Come on, man. You use your timeouts. Get 9 back out there. He needs those reps, right? Oh no, we he doesn't need them now. Okay, all right. And they just got manhandled. This team. So they're gonna run it out. It's over. This is embarrassing. They should be embarrassed for themselves. And 40 seconds left to go. JD says this team is shite. Wow. Final score. Vikings 6 and a 17-point loss to the Greenbaypackers 23. Man, oh man, oh man. Thank you all for being part of this watch party. As always, win or lose, great or not great, we always have a good time, man. Post-game vid will be coming up shortly.